I didn't know how easy and quickly you can actually be gone. By the time we got in the car, it had now been 10, close to 15 minutes, and I still had this really strong pressure in my chest. And, you know, we get to the end of our street, 3000 South. I turned right to go to Provo to head to Utah Valley Hospital, or I turned left to go to Heber Valley Hospital. And I said to my husband, I know I'm going to end up with a stent tonight. And he says, well, do you think we should just go to Provo? He went to turn right, and I stopped him and said, no, just get me to Heber. You know, this pressure was strong, and I said, just get me to the Heber Hospital.
Anytime someone comes in with a serious condition like chest pain, we always worry about what is the potential worst case scenario.
They put all of the leads on and had me hooked up to a monitor, and the doctor comes in and says, you're in the middle of a heart attack right now.
This was obviously very concerning to her, and I told her that we don't actually have a cardiac cath lab here in this hospital. However, I can get her to a cardiac catheterization hospital.
And so then he said, I'm calling for Life Flight. And that's just like dollar signs to me, you know. And so in my, you know, even in that state, my pocketbook and my check registers, you know, coming to me, and I'm, oh, no, don't, you know, don't call for Life Flight, just call, you know, just get an ambulance. I'm sure this is gonna subside and we're gonna have plenty of time to get there.
And she turned to her husband and said, I told you we should have gone somewhere else. We should have just driven down to Provo.
He says, I don't agree with you, but I'll honor your wishes. And so he called for an ambulance instead.
The interesting thing was, is as her transportation arrived, the ambulance in order for us to transport her down to Utah Valley, once that arrived, her heart stopped.
I could see that they were all busy, and I just felt like I was gonna pass out. And so I just said, I'm going. And that's the last thing I remember.
Because we had our entire team and we're all fully staffed and we all know how to manage these critical conditions, even though her heart stopped, we were able to immediately perform CPR without any delay. And then we were able to immediately shock her heart back into rhythm. And within a minute after that, she started to wake up and start asking questions again.
But when I came to, I was back on the table at the hospital, onto the bed at the hospital, and like 5 heads around me, and you know, Dr. Kemp's doing chest compressions on me, and someone else got a big oxygen, you know, blowing oxygen in me, and I just came back, and I heard someone in the background say, she's back.
Now, if she had had that same thing happen while she was driving down the canyon, she would have gotten just before Bridal Veil Falls, and her heart would have stopped.
And I thought about that, and my husband here trying to get me there as quick as he possibly could, and what, all of a sudden I pass out, and, you know, does he pull over? Does he try to give me CPR that he doesn't know how to do? Does he call for an ambulance? Does he just keep driving? And 10, 15 minutes later, he pulls into the hospital and I'm gone. You know, I just hate to even think how that could have gone if we had made that wrong decision. I think too often we make poor decisions because we don't have the knowledge that we need. And so if I can do anything today, it's to encourage people. We have a great hospital here, and we have great ER doctors that's their job, to take care of us in that emergency situation, and they know exactly how to do that.